For this video, I'm in College Corner, Ohio and West College Corner, Indiana. Not only are these two towns in two different states, but so is the Union County College Corner Joint School District, and so is the basketball court inside of the old high school building. Not only are these two towns in two different states, but they're also in three different counties. At the same time, locals like to think of it all as just one town. Time to make things weird though, because both of these towns have taken turns suing the other throughout the 21st century. Oh, and the town of College Corner, Ohio has made the news recently for some not so good reasons. We'll talk about all of that and more throughout this video. College Corner, Ohio is in both Preble and Butler counties, while the slightly larger West College Corner, Indiana, sits in Union County. Both towns are within the Union County College Corner Joint School District, as it's the last remaining joint school district that lies within both Indiana and Ohio. Despite the complexities, both towns are often thought of as one. Are they really thought of as one though, I ask? Because throughout recent history, the two towns have been enemies. Village of College Corner, Ohio versus Town of West College Corner, Indiana. This particular beef started back in 1996 when West College Corner, Indiana sued College Corner, Ohio over an unpaid sewage treatment bill to the sum of $18,927. College Corner, Ohio tried to buy some time through a couple of actions, one being a motion to stay action, which really just delays everything by putting the case on hold. The other being a notice of removal, which moved the case from Union Circuit Court to the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Ohio by arguing that Ohio had jurisdiction based on the party's diversity of citizenship. Well, the case carried on for several years before it was settled in 2002 in favor of West College Corner, Indiana, only for College Corner, Ohio to appeal and have the ruling reversed. So, I guess College Corner, Ohio won that battle and didn't owe any fees. That wasn't the only time that these two villages went to court, however, as back in 2018, College Corner, Ohio initiated a lawsuit against West College Corner, Indiana. That legal battle had much less information about it online than the previous one did, so I couldn't quite figure out what happened there, but yeah, point is, for a community, or for two communities that see themselves as one, two communities that share a town square right on the state line, there seems to be a lot of internal conflict. Among the community leaders, at least. Seems like all the residents get along, though. I mean, that's what's the most important thing, right? All the residents get along? That's most important. Yeah, everybody knows that. Everyone except for ex-College Corner, Ohio Village Administrator Mike Sims and his daughter Village Fiscal Officer Jennifer Woods. Want to know why? Because these two didn't care about the residents. They only cared about themselves and lining their pockets and not giving a damn about how they went about it. About a year before me uploading this video back in January of 24, then newly elected Mayor Molly Cason requested access to the city's financial records, but she was denied. Seems a little bit sketchy, right? Well, Cincinnati's ABC affiliate WCPO was made aware of this oddity and they investigated. Their YouTube video on the story ended up getting 1 million views. Which reminds me, if you enjoy this type of video, find the subscribe button down below and hit it, like it, and let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. So after WCPO held Sims and Woods accountable, Cason was given the keys to the government building in May, or about 5 months after taking office. But she still couldn't access the office where the financial records were stored. Nor did she or any of the other council members have access to the village's attorney. Now, why would a newly elected mayor be denied access to village financial records? That's the question that everybody is asking. And that would be because, you guessed it, Mike Sims and Jennifer Woods, Yeah, they were hiding something, and they thought they could be smooth and get away with it probably because it's such a small little dinky town out in the middle of nowhere that nobody pays attention to. Until they do something like this, and WCPO comes into town and gets 1 million views on YouTube. So, yeah, good job, Mike Sims and Jennifer Woods. You put your small town on the map. Prior to being elected, Cason said that she felt like something fishy was going on among leadership in the community, which is why she ran for office, and go figure, she was right. She's not the only one who knew that something dumb was going on either. Back in 2022, before all of this went down, the website called Medium posted a story on College Corner, Ohio. I won't bore you with all of the details in the story, but the article explains how College Corner, Ohio resident Justin Singleton did his own investigating and found out that there were multiple violations over the use of executive sessions among village council members, and there was no proper reason given for their executive sessions. Ohio law states that communities must have a proper reason for such a calling and that the reason must be on public record, but College Corner, Ohio neglected to do as such. Singleton was also suspecting possible nepotism with yours truly, Mike Sims, who voiced opinions over hiring his daughter, Jennifer Woods, as the village's fiscal officer. The article continues to blibber blab about quite a few things, but it also mentions how the previous mayor, the one that was in office before Cason, how he was just downplaying any kind of wrongdoing by saying, oh, these small rural towns, the more rural that you get, the less professional it gets. There might be some truth to that, but that's not an excuse. Come on now. Do better. And that's exactly what the new leadership intends to do, is to do better. Well, eventually Mayor Cason was able to get the financial records through a call to the Butler County Prosecutor's Office. Not only are these financial records supposed to be accessible to the mayor and council members, but it's also supposed to be available to the public. What's also public record is the salaries and contracts of government employees. Jennifer Woods signed a contract right before Mayor Cason was sworn in, and the contract paid Woods $72,000 per year. The contract also allows for 30 paid vacation days, along with 120 paid sick days. Not only that, but there's nothing in the contract that required her to work any in-office hours out of the only 98 days that she had to work throughout the year. Keep in mind that the village of College Corner, Ohio has only 392 residents, so you can imagine that there's not much funds to go around for this tiny little place. And I'm sure they get some funding from the county, but given its size, it can't be much. So a $72,000 salary for a fiscal officer who isn't required to work in office and gets 150 paid days off over the course of the year is insanity. Adding on to that outrageous contract agreement, once this corruption story became widespread news, thanks to Tanya O'Rourke with WCPO in Cincinnati, Woods had the audacity to try and sneak in a separation agreement that would have placed her on paid leave from June to September 2024. The separation agreement pretty much had her being paid her full salary and benefits until the original end of her contract in June of 2025. The agreement had other things in there, such as if Woods had found full-time employment elsewhere before June 1st, 2025, then she would still be owed a lump sum payment of the remainder of her salary that had not yet been paid within 30 days following Woods' effective resignation date. Right below that, it says that if Wood dies prior to June 1st, 2025, then the village would be obligated to use her remaining salary to go towards her estate within 30 days following her death. I mean, just in case you didn't know, 30 is 30, and also, at least Woods was holding herself responsible for her personal tax liability. I mean, my goodness, at least there's that. Needless to say, it doesn't matter what she did or did not take accountability for in the separation agreement because the village council nixed Woods' separation agreement faster than a hilljack on Mountain Dew driving to College Corner on US 27 from Richmond. What up, Richmond? Fox 19 in Cincinnati also jumped on the story in May and tried to reach out to Woods' attorney, John Allison, with Frecking, Myers and Roll in downtown Cincinnati. But of course they declined to comment, probably because they knew that the separation agreement and the contract were both insane. Well, fast forward now to July of 2024 and Jennifer Woods abruptly resigns through a one-sentence email that was written by her attorney. Neither her attorney or Woods herself responded for comment when being reached out to by Cincinnati media outlets. 3 other Village employees quit too, immediately following Wood's departure, and now the Village of College Corner, Ohio, has light at the end of the tunnel under new leadership and under a new council. Other things to mention about College Corner would be this building here, which originally was College Corner High School from 1893 to 1972. Today it's an elementary school. Anyway, the Indiana-Ohio state line runs right through the middle of the building. It also runs right through the middle of the basketball court. In the 1970s, students were transferred to Union High School in Liberty, Indiana, several miles west, and today that's where both West College Corner, Indiana and College Corner, Ohio high school students attend. Came across this gym here when looking things up, but moving on now, as the first settlers in College Corner are thought to have arrived as early as 1808. The first house was built in 1811, while the original town was officially laid out in 1837. College Corner was never really anything more than an agricultural community. Other than the town being located in 3 counties and 2 states, there has always been more excitement in the town of Oxford to the southeast, home of Miami University of Ohio, which is the school that sort of gave College Corner its name, as College Corner was built at the corner of what was originally College Township. Now it's Oxford Township. Well, people, it is now that time. What did we learn in this video? We learned that you can't always trust a town led by a daddy and his daughter, just like how you can't always trust Ohio River water, but you can always trust Chris's livability score.
Education.
Look, this is a rural area. Rural areas in the Midwest aren't known for their Harvard recruitments. That's not a rip on the rural Midwest or on this area in particular. It's a cultural thing. It's a lifestyle. Most people in this area stay put and farm the land that's been passed down to them from prior generations. Not many new people move in, not many people move away. Life is all good and dandy despite being ranked in the middle of the pack across all Indiana public high schools on niche.com. Education gets a 9 out of 20.
Crime.
Crime is nothing to worry about in dinky little College Corner other than people who use. That's right, and along with life being all good and dandy, being all simple, life on the farm, it causes a lot of depression among the youth. I once lived in this area and I know firsthand just how big of a problem drug usage is here, especially among the younger crowds. Crime gets an 18 out of 20.
Downtown.
Downtown is lame and boring. No offense if you're a local, but chances are that you agree with me if you are a local. I support the local businesses, by the way, that are located in downtown College Corner. You guys are good people. But come on, downtown College Corner isn't anything exciting. The most interesting thing about it is the state line cutting through the heart of town. Yippee! It gets a 3 out of 20.
Economy.
There's not much going for the bustling economy of College Corner. The town is likely never going to grow, nor is it likely ever going to become a ghost town. It's close enough to other large cities such as Oxford, Richmond, Hamilton, and Eaton that College Corner is always going to be here. But it's also far enough away for young people to not want to move here. The economy of College Corner is strictly based on agriculture. Although I'm sure there's a couple people who live in College Corner that work at the Walmart in Oxford. Economy gets a 5 out of 20.
Recreation.
There's a state park a few miles east with a decently sized lake. Oxford is a recreational friendly town as the university influences everything that's there. A little bit further to the west is Brookville Lake and a few other state parks, plus some of the ravines along the rivers in this area offer a nice change of scenery from the otherwise vast flat farmlands. Recreation gets a 6 out of 20.
History.
There's not much historical value here, other than the fact that the town is in 3 counties and in 2 states. It's nice that the original high school building is still standing, along with a unique basketball court inside that's supposedly evenly split by the state line. It gets a 7 out of 20.
Amenities.
Amenities aren't too far of a drive away. Oxford is really close, and it has a Walmart that you can reach from College Corner without having to go through town. There's also other grocery stores in Oxford if you're like me and you like to avoid Walmart. Plenty of restaurants in that town too, but you'll have to drive 10 minutes to get to most things in Oxford. It gets a 7 out of 20.
Cost of living.
Do I really need to explain this one? 20 out of 20, no question. All in all, the Chris Livability score for College Corner, Ohio and West College Corner, Indiana is 75 out of 160, which puts it right in the middle out of all of the cities that I've done this for so far. If you think the corruption case here is anything bad, just wait until you see what happened with the mayor in this suburban Chicago city here. Peace.